Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, Tru Heels throughout the Spotlight Nation and the Tru Heels group page and our YouTube channel. Welcome to Tru Heel Heat 20. This is SP3 and our resident Tru Heel alcoholic, Top Guy JJ. We've been on a hiatus for about a month, so we know no other thing but to start off the show with an anthem that we created for a man that is out for a bigger fight. For a fight that we haven't been able to talk about in a month's time with you Tru Heels, with the Spotlight Nation. So we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it tonight, and we got to sing our anthem to start the show. Top Guy JJ, are you ready?
I was born ready.
Are you ready, Tru Heels?
I was born ready. I was born ready.
Roman!
Born ready. I was born ready.
Roman, the big dog Roman, he's so strong, Roman, the big dog Roman, it's his yard, and leukemia is his bitch.
And he is gonna super punch that shit all the way to the ground. Roman, we praying for you. We hope to see you very soon. Kick that shit's ass. Cancer sucks fucking balls.
So yes, we had to give it up for our big dog, for the big dog, Roman Reigns, our number one guy in the WWE main roster. But before we get into our Tru Heel roll call, which we start off all Tru Heel Heats with, we got a special guest host. We got a chair empty, and I know on the last Tru Heel Heat 19...
I was kind of wondering what this was about. Usually we've been two-man showing this the whole time, and there's this awesome chair here. I wanted to sit in it, but...
I know, I told you you couldn't.
Yeah, and my producers actually said so not to either. I'm like, who the hell is it? Why is this person so special?
Because he wouldn't listen to me, of course. So it was supposed to be for our resident beast incarnate, our resident universal champion, none other the Tru Heel goddess Mimi. It was supposed to be a chair for her, but of course she's Brock Lesnar of the Tru Heels. She didn't have any time for SP3, for the Top Guy JJ, even though you want to defend her all the time.
I love you, Mimi. You are the best, and whenever you show up, whenever that is, once, twice a year, still love you, boo-boo.
Okay. So, our chair has been replaced with a special guest from the Jobber Tears podcast. The man.
Hey, hold on.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Let me finish. The man who is the mastermind. The man who is the brains. The face of Jobber Tears.
You lying.
Yes. The man, the myth, the legend. You may be blue right now because you're sad he's not on your TV screens. But your TV screens have just turned black. It is Mr. Blacc. Come on down. Bring him in.
Oh.
How you doing, my brother? Yes. Yes,
Wait,
have a seat. He came bearing gifts. He came bearing gifts. Oh, this is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
You actually had brought me to Jabba Slam 1 to watch out for him.
Yes. But
Welcome to Tru Heel Heat.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Welcome to Tru Heel Heat. So, we can lower the music. Welcome, Mr. Blacc. Welcome to Tru Heel Heat 20. We want to welcome you. You are here on Tru Heel Heat 20. Introduce yourself to the Tru Heels, to the Pro Wrestling Spotlight Nation, to our YouTube subscribers.
What's up, everybody? It's your local trash talker, Mr. Reason why I have no sponsors, Mr. I will refer with your mother because she has the fatty beat. I'm Mr. I talk whatever I talk. I'm Mr. I betray my brother because he ain't no king. I'm the alpha. I'm the big brother. Tomorrow, he gonna face his death. How you doing, everybody?
So that was quite the introduction. So you gave me a gift, and I'm about to put this on. But before I put it on, I wanted to give you a gift. Here you go, sir. Here you go.
I like
Beautiful,
where this is
beautiful,
going.
beautiful
I
day.
like where
It's a
this
beautiful,
is going.
it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
Salud.
Yes,
Salud.
the Tru Heels and the
The Tru
Jobbers
Heels.
and the Jobbers coming together, one T-shirt at a time. We want to hear from the Pro Wrestling Spotlight Nation, from the Tru Heels. So you guys got to put in the comment section what you guys think. We are going to be talking about WWE Survivor Series weekend. We're going to be talking about TakeOver War Games. We're going to be talking about everything we missed in the last month during our hiatus since Tru Heel Heat 19. But before we get into all of that, before Jobber Slam 2 tomorrow night, I want to explain to you guys why Mr. Blacc is here. I want to explain to you guys my role in the reason why Mr. Blacc betrayed Sir Wilkins. 24 hours before Jobber Slam, 24 hours before Tru Heel Heat, because we filmed Tru Heel Heat just a couple hours before Jobber Slam 1. Top guy JJ didn't know, but I made a call. I left a voicemail. He didn't want to accept my call. I understand. I was an enemy. I attacked him on his own show. But I made a call to Mr. Blacc. And I asked him, Jobber Tears, aren't you the person who does all the editing? Aren't you the man who came up with the logo? Aren't you the man who comes up with these entertaining commercials? Aren't you the man who comes up with all the creativity? If Sir Wilkins defeats me at Jobber Slam 1, Mr. Blacc, he's the face of Jobber Tears. But that role is yours. And you've taken it. You've grabbed the brass ring. I told you to go out there and grab the brass ring, and you laid his ass down at Jobber Slam 1. You gave me my 2-0 record, and I thank you for that. And now you will go on tomorrow, and you will be 1-0. I'm not saying I'm guaranteeing anything, but what I will say is that I have a special announcement, Top Guy JJ. I have a special announcement.
Damn, the hits just keep coming.
Yes, I have a special announcement, Tru Heels. I have a special announcement, Spotlight Nation. Tomorrow night, Jobber Slam 2.
Let the people know.
We're live on the Instagram as well. I will be the special guest referee for Sir Wilkins versus Mr. Blacc at Jobber Slam 2. And yes, as the Law and Order, you can expect me to call it right down the middle. So post in the comments section what you guys think about that. We want to hear from you guys in the New York City, New Jersey, Long Island, everywhere you're at. If you are close to the New York City area, you need to be at Legends tomorrow night. You need to see the TakeOver War Games, because that card is incredible, and we're going to get through that in a little bit. But you need to be there to witness Mr. Blacc take the brass ring. 30 years in the making. This man has waited in the shadows for 30 years. 30 years as the little brother, and it will be no more. Owen defeated Brett at WrestleMania 10, and Mr. Blacc will defeat Sir Wilkins at Jobber Slam 2.
I mean, the fact that the last time these two encountered each other, Mr. Blacc left Wilkins a bloody mess. So I'm not sure if Wilkins is about this life, man. Like, he had a match here. You know, he had a little upper hand for about 2 hot seconds. And then he doesn't know his own family because he didn't even see the turn coming from his own brother. I didn't see it because I was sitting here watching SP's back. And the fact that this happened here, that turn was pretty chilling.
Hey, that riveting video, that promo video that they made, it has your shocked face on it.
Yeah,
so you made it. You were like the guy that when after the streak broke, you were shocked.
I had Undertaker shot guy face, and the fact that that happened, and the fact that ever since he cost Wilkins that match, he's taken over clearly the designing of the shirts.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
He's come up with their best shirt yet, the Golden Tears. That is a phenomenal
The
shirt.
Golden Jobbers. The Golden Jobbers. Yes. I put it over the Golden Elite. Yes. Great job. This man's,
yeah, you did the damn thing on that, man.
his creativity is amazing.
And Wilkins, it sounds like you need some friends tomorrow because that guy, you got SP as a guest referee. I mean, he's saying he's gonna call it down the middle, but at the same time, you see what we are, right? You know what I mean? Let's just call a spade. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. I really don't care. Like, I'm gonna be in the house too. Shit, so you might need some real friends tomorrow, man.
I'm gonna call it right down the middle. I am fair and I'm just.
You definitely gonna need more than that cape.
So we got to get through everything. We got to go through our Tru Heel roll call. This is where we talk about our folks who contribute to the Tru Heels group page, who contribute to the Pro Wrestling Spotlight, and most especially, contribute to our YouTube channel, which is Tru Heel Heat. So if you are checking us out on the Spotlight Nation, if you're checking us out on the Tru Heels group page, you need to become a subscriber for Tru Heel Heat now so you can view us live during these live podcasts, as well as all of our exclusives on the YouTube channel. So let's talk about our conversation starters. But before we go through that, I want to say a special RIP shout out for, of course, the GOAT of Comets, Stan Lee. And of course, a big happy birthday shout out for, the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Great cosplay, by the way.
Yes, who I dressed as for Halloween. So a big shout out to Felicia Rose of the Screw podcast, because she was Sensational Sherry, I was the Macho King, and we cut the best, better than the best promo that you've ever seen on Halloween.
What's your favorite Macho Man moment?
My favorite Macho Man moment has to be WrestleMania 4, winning the WWF Championship. That's one of my earliest memories of watching professional wrestling. I'm a huge Macho Man mark, so him winning the title in that one-night tournament at WrestleMania 4, that's my greatest memory.
Mine is definitely a heel moment. Royal Rumble, of course, when my man popped Warrior in the head with that scepter and cost him the WWF Championship to Star Sports at the time. It was a thing of beauty because the Ultimate Warrior looked unbeatable, untouchable, and Macho Man just took it, just like that.
I would say mine, of course, I like Betrayal when he betrayed Hogan.
How appropriate is that you pick one of the greatest portrayals in WWE history?
Talk to him.
I see lust in your eyes. I love it. So firstly, we want to shout out Battle Club Pro. We were at Trial by Combat in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Me and Baby Seth were there live. We want a big shout out for King of the Deathmatch, Jimmy Havoc, as well as the 2018 Mae Young Classic participant. Big swole Ariel Monroe, who contributed great interviews for our YouTube channel, as well as the GOAT of Battle Club Pro, Joakim Morales, and our guy, the Tru Heels admin, Josh Morero, who connected us with BCP. He is the connection between the Tru Heels and BCP, so we want to shout out all of those guys. We want to shout out also our conversation starters. A lot of stuff been happening on the Tru Heels group page because a lot's been going on in the professional wrestling world. So we want to shout out Bruno AB, who just became our #1 conversation starter on the Tru Heels group page. I want to apologize.
Wait a minute. What happened to Bruno? Wasn't he under your watch and he got laid out? But out of all people, and the fact that you see that man, that man got a bush mountain on his face, like he been in hibernation, like he's trying to become a man boy, Like, what happened?
I'm just going to tell you guys that you guys need to check out the Tru Heels group page, the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel this coming week. I'm going to have an exclusive interview with Baby Seth. Why has he been having this aggression? Why has he been he's going through an emotional breakdown. He's going to explain why on Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, an exclusive interview with Baby Seth, and why he attacked Bruno AB. Bruno AB, I hope you are going to be watching that. We're going to try to get that up on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel this week. We want to also shout out Steven Xavier. We want to also shout out Steve Gerwick of Gerwick.net. Those are also our conversation starters. Tru Heels, Nina Ivy, Drew, Dwight Andrew, who's been getting a bunch of arguments with me because he's been going through Meltzer rage. It's okay, Dwight, you're going to be okay. George Ruiz, Quincy Jones, Maurice Williams, who was with us at NEW in Poughkeepsie, Scott Frame, Michael Hill, who is the #1 Becky Lynch fan. He's not a bandwagon jumper like a lot of you fans out there. And he's been giving me tears ever since, the big news of the week, Becky Lynch's broken face. And we want to shout out Van Robinson, who was on the Jera Cruise. He was our eyes and ears on the Jera Cruise from the Tru Heels page. Our YouTube subscriber of the Tru Heel Heat is Trinidad Valdez, and that is our Tru Heel roll call. Any shout outs you guys want to give out before we get started?
Floor's yours.
I mean, you have like a brother, but you do have another host. I don't know.
Shout out to HR, of course, the Oprah of the wrestling world. Shout out to you. Shout out to Dirty Dick Leo. Shout out to my boy Elijah. Shout out to everybody who just been riding us since day one. Shout out to everybody who can come to Jabba Slam #2 and watch me destroy my brother. And hopefully it can bring my mother so she can mourn her death of her oldest, while the oldest have become the youngest, because he's not your king. He's not here. Tomorrow.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Whew. I felt that heat. I felt uncomfortable.
I don't even want to give my shout out to him. How do I follow that up?
I don't know how you follow that. I don't know.
I'm gonna try. It ain't gonna be that dark or vulgar, but we made it to 20.
Yes.
We made it to 20. So I'm just gonna shout out a lot of the people that's been there from day one. A lot of the people that I know that has been a part of it since Tru Heel Heat 1. My brother Neil, one of my other brothers Alex, Daryl, Tru Heel Mimi, HR's own Janelle. You're awesome. You've been a great host on here. Alex, you've been great. There's so many people.
Marcus
here.
Cash, who was also a host on here.
Cash, yes, he was definitely a host on here. Millie Ragdoll. A good host. Like, we just had a plethora of people that has contributed to this awesome stuff. The Stat King, John Paul, my dude. Congratulations, my man, on passing that bar. The
Absolutely.
Tru Heel lawyer is in the building.
Absolutely.
Like, so much has happened over this course of you've seen growth, you've seen people come through, pass by, and now we bringing in Tru Heel Heat 20 with Mr. Blacc. Like, how much, things are just growing and getting better and bigger here at the Tru Heel Nation.
It always gets bigger, it always gets better, and that's what we're here for, Tru Heel Heat 20. So let's get into our top news. Do we have any comments or questions from the Tru Heels or the Spotlight Nations? Please post your comments. This is what Tru Heel Heat is all about. We want to talk to you guys, so post your comments, post your questions in that comment section so we can get to you.
Shout out to one of your heated rivals on the Tru Heel Heat page also, Tru Heel Reign. It's been a thorn on SP's side for the better part of a year.
Of course. So top news, we've been away for a month, so we gotta talk about the big dog. Roman Reigns had to relinquish the Universal Championship due to his bout with leukemia returning. And on a night that the emotions couldn't be any higher, WWE pulls out one of the most heart-wrenching heel turns in WWE history as Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins win the Raw Tag Team Championships from Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, and then moments later, Dean Ambrose lays out Seth Rollins with the Dirty Deeds. Some of the best acting I've seen from Dean Ambrose in his entire time in the WWE. So what are your guys' thoughts on, firstly, Roman Reigns, his bout with leukemia, and having to relinquish the Universal Championship? Mr. Blacc.
At first, I didn't believe it. People texting me, I'm like, yo, why are you lying for? Like, yo, you don't joke around with him about cancer. But he's like, no, for real, he really has cancer. I saw it for myself. I was just like, wow, he really has cancer. And it's not like, and I just see people online talking about, oh, now, he has cancer, he's not in the picture no more. Vince, I'm like, why are you worrying about him as a character? This is a man dying.
Yeah.
Like, you can make everybody Roman Reigns. All right, but it's the man who makes the name. In wrestling, makes the character. So that's all you worrying about? It what's gonna happen in wrestling? I don't care about that. Make sure that he's gonna survive and live another day. That hit home. A lot of people like, yo, I can't even watch Wrestle Raw because my mother died of leukemia. My aunt, other people in my family, like, cancer's for real. Cancer's not something that you can just erase and forget about it. No, cancer's for real, B.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What you thought, JJ?
I mean, to follow up with what Blacc said, man, I mean, seeing that, one, it was, I can't even call it shocking because it wasn't like one of those, oh my God moments. It was just like a shutdown moment. It was one of those things that you don't expect to ever hear.
Yeah.
In the world, especially in professional wrestling, with all of the, with everybody having these, we all have what we call, and we have our own segment called Heated Opinions. We have opinions on everything. We talk about everything. We seem to complain about everything. But when this happened here, the thing that I'm going to be most proud of were the fans in that audience.
Yeah.
Because he came out to thunderous boos.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing how painfully annoying our wrestling fans are, they realize that quick that life, you can't take it for granted.
Yeah.
And they showed him the most love that he has ever received in any building that he has been in for the better part of 5 years.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful thing to see because there are wrestling fans that has hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something that's like, damn, wow, like you can't take any of this for granted. Like, this is why I love doing this. Like, I definitely, like, maybe 2 shows ago, I thanked him for everything that he's done to this show, just because it can be taken away from you just like that. Yeah. Like, this man was just on the highest of highs, and then just had literally within a week's time had to make the most heart-wrenching announcement of his entire career. Yeah.
Like, and I would say, like, it's right up there with, like, Daniel Bryan's retirement speech as far as, like, one of the more emotional, like, speeches or promos that has happened in WWE in the last, like, 5-10 years. What do you guys say? Like, I never want to think about it in the negative light, but we do have to put it in perspective. Like, what do you guys think would be, like, Roman Reigns' legacy if his bout is longer than it needs to be, if he doesn't come back? What is his legacy to the WWE?
The most underappreciated superstar of all time. Like, and it's not because he was, all right, he wasn't the greatest in the ring, but people vilified him.
Yeah.
Every time he stepped out. And we clearly, when 20 Tru Heel Heats have been adamant supporters of him, and it's not because he was the best in the world in the ring, he was the greatest at what he did. It's because the man worked his ass off.
And that's what we kept saying, is that we wanted people to appreciate that he was out there and he's, working his ass off. And it's not his fault that WWE doesn't know how to present him, doesn't know how to book him.
He doesn't he's not a part of creative. Mm-hmm. He's not the one that gets booked. He's not the one that does the booking. He goes out and does what he's told.
His job.
And he does it fucking well, because clearly the reaction that he gets every time he comes out there, and he has been one of the most improved promo deliverers I have ever seen grow inside a ring, because we couldn't stand to hear that man talk.
Mm-hmm.
And then literally that John Cena beef in late 2016 ignited his vocals to a level that I don't even believe he was able to reach. And it was like, wow, he's a player. He's a main eventer. Yeah.
I'd say you're right. Like, that's when he took like a step. But for me, the turning point for me is the night after WrestleMania 33, where he said he didn't have to cut a full long promo. All he had to do was capture the whole crowd in the palm of his hand and say 5 words, drop the mic. It's my yard now. That was one of the greatest moments, promos that I've seen in quite some time, and one of the better, like, Raw after WrestleMania moments that I remember. Even though the Undertaker ruined that, we're gonna get into that. But Talking about the heel turn, Dean Ambrose. This is probably the major thing that's been debated over the last month is did WWE choose the right time for this Dean Ambrose heel turn, doing it on the same night as the Roman Reigns announcement?
When is the right time to do anything? Just do it.
I totally agree with you, because to me this is a heel turn that we've been expecting.
Exactly.
So they chose the night that it would have the most impact.
Exactly. Most impact, and besides, it's bound to happen. It just happened sooner than we thought. What I'm gonna do, and if it don't work, so what? It worked.
Exactly.
Cool. So you just have to roll the dice. Certain stuff is not supposed to work. Look at Eugene. That was not supposed to work, but it worked. They rolled the dice. Hey, it was success. This one, they rolled the dice. It was success. Move on for it. That's it.
Sometimes you gotta take a chance, and this was, in my eyes, I feel like it was a good choice. What you thought?
I thought it was brilliant. I mean, and to go on the flip side of what we just talked about a minute ago, we want shock value. We want things that is gonna be like, whoa, but it has to come out right. This one came out perfect. This was perfect storytelling. This was amazing. The way that it was an emotional turn, the fact that they won the tag titles, they look like they're about to celebrate, and then bam, done. Laid him out. Seth perfectly sold that shit.
Absolutely.
It looked like it was like the death DDT, because it his head just got planted into the ground. It was just beautiful storytelling on all aspects. And Dean, wow, sometimes you get a little overreaction to what they've done, and the way it played out, Dean, damn.
He sold it well, just the being conflicted over it, just being torn up, being frustrated, just letting out years of frustration in one, and didn't have to say a word. He said it all with his facial expression, with his acting in that moment.
Yep.
I give Dean Ambrose a lot of credit for that.
Credit to making it feel so he kept kayfabe so alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was oh, this is great. This is great.
So before we go to the comments from the True Heels from the Spotlight Nation, what was the better heel turn, Ambrose or Rollins?
Wow. I mean, I'm gonna
Rollins. Because we didn't expect him coming out of nowhere.
That's what I gotta agree with you there. I feel like Rollins was more of the surprise. I feel like Dean probably may have more of an impact, but as far as like you said, shock value before JJ, I feel like I like the Rollins one a little bit better.
I'm gonna go with Dean, because how often, and especially in the world of WWE, we get what we want. We get exactly what we want. Seth, we didn't even know we wanted that.
Yeah.
Which is great. Neither one. You pick either one, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong for picking either one. But the fact that we wanted the Dean one, and it happened so perfectly. What we wanted happened exactly how we could have imagined it to the best way possible. And it happened. And it was wow. Whoa. What happens next? What's going on next?
We want to know what's going to happen next.
It had us attitude era thirsty for the following episode. It was that deep.
It was that good.
So, Tru Heel Spotlight Nation, please post in the comments what you thought about the Dean Ambrose heel turn, about Roman Reigns' announcement of leukemia, and please tell us what you thought, our YouTube subscribers. Put in a post in the comments who you thought was the better heel turn, Ambrose or Seth Rollins. So, our next top news story is the big one of the week. Becky Lynch gets injured in the melee on Monday Night Raw go-home show before Survivor Series. Becky Lynch led Team SmackDown females into Monday Night Raw. She attacked Ronda Rousey in the backstage area, putting the disarmor on her. Then she walked out to face the Raw women's team. The SmackDown women's came from the crowd. A whole brawl ensued. In the brawl, Nia Jax with a errant stiff forearm to Becky Lynch, punch, as we saw in the slow motion feed, punch right to Becky Lynch's nose, breaking her nose, giving her a concussion as well as a black eye. Totally changing the Survivor Series card. Now Becky Lynch is off the card. She is not versing Ronda Rousey on Sunday. Now it was Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey.
Your WrestleMania main event.
Ronda Mania won my WrestleMania main event that I booked a year ago. I booked it before WrestleMania 34. And but yes, because of that injury, the card is being changed since we're getting Charlotte versus Ronda this Sunday. Now the rumor is Ronda versus Becky Lynch for WrestleMania 35. What do you guys think about the whole entire feud between Becky and Ronda and this development during this week?
I'm going to go out on a limb right now here. Like, literally, Becky Lynch has been literally the greatest female in the entire WWE. I don't care what aspect in the better part of 10 years. If not even longer. I am literally feeling like Becky Lynch. And every time when I hear her music, I see her come out, I feel like Becky Lynch is the female Stone Cold. Like, the attitude, the swagger, the not give a fuck persona, the bad, and it's so believable. It's so believable. Like, I love this woman. Like, and the fact that you don't realize how good somebody can be until you just let them unleash themselves. And this shit with Becky is... This is the best thing in all of WWE. I don't care what. And to me, like I love the Dean Ambrose thing. I love what's transpired on SmackDown recently. But this Becky Lynch thing is must-see television for me.
Okay. Reason why I fall in love with this feud because it's two modern day women, two different forms of millennial women. Like these are what more women are becoming, more alphas. Now, the Charlotte versus Becky Lynch was cool, but it's typical, okay, she's this kind of alpha. This is the pretty one. Not everybody want to be Beyonce anymore. Everybody want to be Rihanna. Out there, looking all thick, smoking bud, say, yo, I'm out there. Nobody want to be like Beyonce. Okay, da-da-da-da. The modern woman's owning businesses, talking to her.
I didn't know you wanted it until you saw it.
But now I see these are real women that I see every other single basis. Women I look at like, these are alpha females I know I see on every single day I walk down the street. I don't see much of the Charlottes no more. No women want to be cute no more. Women want to wear sweats, smoke bud with you, drink Henny with you, then after I suck your dick out there and rub your head like, yo, what you trying to do, my nigga? What up, son? Get to the point, son.
Absolutely. I love it. That's the greatest way of describing it. That's the greatest way of describing it.
Tru Heel Blacc is fitting perfectly.
Absolutely. He's putting it perfectly here. Perfectly.
Like, yo.
But I mean, the only thing I can add to what these two gentlemen said, I said on Monday, before everything transpired, before we found out everything, after Ronda's promo, after seeing the ending of Raw, I mean, it's kind of hard to...
As our producer in the back,
laughing right now.
Just straight to the point, B.
But I wanted Ronda and Charlotte because I felt like that was the biggest money matchup that you can have at Ronda Mania 1. But like you said, I didn't know, and like you guys both said, I didn't know I wanted Becky versus Ronda until I had it. Like I said after everything happened on Monday that it was the best built 2-week feud that I've ever seen, period.
Yeah.
Man, woman, WWE is horrible at 2-week build-ups to any show. But they made that the most compelling 2 weeks just based on promos between them and one encounter where they got physical. That's it. They made it a hot money matchup for Survivor Series to the point that because it's not happening at Survivor Series, it has to happen at the most biggest place possible, Ronda Mania 1 at MetLife Stadium. And I said it to Mr. Blacc before when we were coming to the show. Vince McMahon has the opportunity at WrestleMania 35 to have the matchup that Dana White wishes he could have. He gets to have two of Dana White's biggest stars ever go one-on-one. Ronda Rousey versus Conor McGregor, because Becky Lynch is the female Conor McGregor. She's not the female Stone Cold. No, 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 no. I'm sick of people saying that. I understand the badassery. I understand the Austin Estique. Jim Ross, I appreciate you saying that. That's a big up to Becky Lynch. But I don't feel too much like Austin. I feel like she is wrestling's Conor McGregor. She is the female Conor McGregor. She is a badass from Ireland who's going to take no prisoners, take what she's won, and she's going to the top of the business, and that's Becky Lynch. So Ronda Rousey versus Conor McGregor is the match that Dana White probably wished he would have jerked off in all over Las Vegas, Madison Square Garden, wherever he would have had it to have that one fight. This man gets to have it in the main event at WrestleMania 35.
Touche to it. I'm not going to disagree with anything Stone Cold gave all of us. I don't care what anybody, with the feeling that he gave us all, I haven't had that feeling until I'm watching Becky Lynch right now.
Touche.
So
Touche.
that's my whole point. So I'm not discrediting anything that you just said, but yo, I just can't wait to hear that woman's music pop, yo.
So what do you guys think is going to be the punishment for Nia Jax with her errant forearm?
Nothing.
The queen of bot style.
I don't think there should be anything. I
No?
don't think there should be any
Not that
punishment.
serious.
Like, I mean, it happens in the field of battle.
Exactly.
Like, a punch got thrown, she got hit, unfortunately.
Exactly.
It happens. She didn't end her career. She just basically cost her one event. WWE runs millions of them.
Exactly.
She's going to be available in about a week or so, but WWE is playing it safe.
Exactly.
They see money in Becky Lynch. They see money in her.
Yep.
Like, they found a golden ticket. That is their segue to the first women main event in WrestleMania.
And
that is their chance.
And Ronda Rousey
not gonna blow it.
Ronda Rousey also sees it because she's the one that apparently went to Vince and said she wanted Becky at WrestleMania.
You see how Ronda has gone so hard on social media to hype up this thing with Becky Lynch. Like, it feels like they don't like each other. This is the part that I love about this, is that they are selling the shit out of this.
Yeah.
That's why, screw Survivor Series. I know we might be mad at the moment, but dude, we gonna get a much better payoff very soon.
Absolutely. I feel like this was the best of a worse situation, but hashtag vintage panic button Vince. Vince McMahon has been on a streak. Yeah, Daniel Bryan got injured. He decides he's going to break up the Shield. He changed the card to Money in the Bank, to Battleground, and to SummerSlam. 2015, Seth Rollins, his WWE champion, gets injured. Pushes the panic button. He changes the complete card to Survivor Series 2015. Hint, hint, Survivor Series may be a problem with WWE's panic button. Montreal Screwjob. 2016, WWE WrestleMania 32 has to be completely changed due to mass injuries to John Cena, to Seth Rollins, to Cesaro, among others. 2017, everyone gets the mumps, so he has to change TLC. Kurt Angle's return happens. AJ Styles jumps from SmackDown to Raw to verse Finn Balor.
Mumps, everybody got that JoJo.
Yeah, everybody got that JoJo.
JoJo.
That was the name of that episode. Everybody had that JoJo. Yes, they did. And then 2018, Roman Reigns gets leukemia. Triple H torn by pectoral muscle. Becky Lynch broken face. That means that we get the WrestleMania main event this Sunday. Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey. But as well, Daniel Bryan has turned Tru Heel. Daniel Bryan, Tru Heel Bryan, is our new WWE champion. What are your thoughts on Daniel Bryan, our new WWE champion, and our new Tru Heel turning heel on AJ Styles on SmackDown?
What are your thoughts on that?
Nothing beats a heel Bryan. Done his best work as heel champion when he was world champion. He had some of his best matches. Like, him versus Mark Henry was not supposed to work out, but it did. Great match. Him versus Big Show was not supposed to work out. Great matches. So, I'm happy to see this. So, now he is a different version of him. He's 2.0 after the injury. So now, what else schemes he may come up with to be more devastating to prepare himself to versus The Miz?
Hey, we don't know if he's versus Miz now because they're both true heels, but what are your thoughts on Tru Heel Bryan, top guy JJ?
So I love you, man. But the yes movement is real. Tru Heel Brian. I love it. Fight for your dreams, baby. How about you little blue yesers now? Yes, yes. Idiots looked so shocked. Like they didn't know what happened to them. I loved every minute of it. I was like, oh shit. Did DP just get desperate? Oh, this is turning into something good. The dragon is about to come back. Oh, it's a top.
Yep.
It was awesome to see because no one saw it coming.
It was definitely a shocker, and I don't mean to like talk about Vince's panic button and hashtag vintage panic button Vince like it's something negative. Sometimes it leads to great stuff, and definitely no one. Stop it.
And he's gonna throw Daniel Bryan on his head and neck. Dude, Daniel Bryan has been taking some vicious ass bumps for the past 8 to 9 months.
The
now.
first day he got cleared, he got
Like,
firebombed on the apron.
He did.
On the apron, like he has been getting the shit kicked out of him. Did we not remember that this man also participated in a Royal Rumble for 77 minutes?
And the doctor, and he said it himself, like he said,
between Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar. I'm calling that this will be Brock Lesnar's most competitive match since his battle with CM Punk in 2013.
Hey, I say it's gonna be his best since AJ last year at Survivor Series. So I'm Survivor Series. We're gonna get into that card in a little bit. We just got one more top news story to get through, and that is of our boys, the Elite. Yes, the Elite. They are officially the Elite. Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, Cody Rhodes, Hangman Page, and Marty Scurll announced on the Jera Cruise most recently at the end of October. Shouts out once again to Van Robertson from the Tru Heels page who was on that Jera Cruise. They announced on the Talk is Jericho on the Jera Cruise that they are officially to be known is a New Japan owned name. Do you see the Elite now making that move that everybody's been talking about to the WWE?
No. Just buzz. You know what? We had fun. Let's time to mature off from this group and let's make it our own for copyright reasons. So, no. I don't see them going to the E anytime soon. And if they do, cool. But for what? Cool. But for what? You making, and your stuff is in Tekken. I don't see John Cena shirts in Tekken. So, you doing it. So why? And you had your own event.
Yeah.
Come on, all in. So why go to the E? Like, it's always better when you do stuff on your own. So why go to the E? Why? Cody been there, like, for what?
What you think, top guy?
I am in 100% agreement with Mr. Blacc. This right here, for me, just felt like they're staying. This felt like they're now about, and I think we literally talked about this a couple episodes ago, about how long can this Bullet Club thing last?
Yeah.
How long was it gonna take before they were gonna start becoming stale, or it was something which they were so dominant over the world of professional wrestling because they were so deep and then had all the best in the world. Them just pulling themselves away and then leaving the Bullet Club as is. The Bullet Club still has a chance. And now they have made their own faction. Like this not indie scene, but this secondary scene with the Elite, the fire, or with this whole firing squad thing, with the Bullet Club, with Chaos, like this will keep all of them relevant. Could be for years to come. Like this freshens the pot. Like it's gonna take some getting used to to them being only the Elite. Because every time you see them, you seem to see a Bullet Club, you've seen all of that, you don't see that much Elite, but now that they're gonna push the hell out of this Elite.
Yeah.
And they are gonna make this work.
I've seen the first design for the Elite shirt. It looks great. I've seen now all the guys are coming out with their own separate shirts, and they even came out with one with their Super Mario costumes on it. So that was pretty cool. So I'm digging the whole Elite becoming its own entity, because like we talked about on a previous Tru Heel Heat, we wanted them to avoid becoming the NWO with the different factions within the NWO.
Exactly.
Officially making themselves their own faction avoids all of that. And my only question now is, do you guys think that the Bullet Club will retain its popularity? Will they be able to like still make the merch sales that they've been doing in the past and still have that, you know, that fan base in the US as well as in Japan?
No, they're going to take a hit.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to take a hit. And this is a hit that they know they're going to take. They're going to take a hit because they have to rediscover, one, who their leaders are. They're going to have to rediscover who their best are. And we might know who they are, but now it's going to take a long time for the rest of the people that is getting onto the New Japan and Ring of Honor scene to really figure out who the number one guy is to the Bullet Club, who the number one guy is, or who are the go-to guys, because losing the Bucks, losing Kenny, Cody, and Marty, and Hangman, that's severe.
Yeah.
So they're going to take a hit, and the fact that they're going to stop putting out Bullet Club merchandise, as if you've seen, they all have put out promotions on their final shirts.
Yeah.
So they're going to take a hit sales-wise, Bullet Club. They're going to take a hit. But if they can create something, like if they can do something because we've seen Switchblade, become a member of the Bullet Club. So this can start all over again. This can resurrect itself to something special once again.
Yep.
They're just now, they've grown out of it, and now they're going to rebranch and they're going to redevelop. So I love it.
Build it back. So the only thing we want to mention from the Jericho Cruise Fittest, it was Marty Scurll that won the Survival of the Fittest 2018. So he'll also be receiving an ROH title shot. And thought about the Elite becoming officially the Elite, as well as everything else we talked about with Becky Lynch, as well as Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. We got to get into what we've missed. We've missed a lot in the last month, but the big event that we missed probably would be WWE Evolution. WWE Evolution, the first ever all-women's pay-per-view. Top Guy JJ, you are one person that had a lot of visceral thoughts about WWE Evolution based on the booking of the build-up, but I have to say that WWE Evolution, in my eyes, was 2018's best main roster pay-per-view. So what was your thoughts on Evolution?
Excellent show. Excellent show. This is why I was so hard on it. Because I don't think as many people saw it because of how shitty it was booked. I don't think the amount of eyeballs saw it and got to enjoy it, and I don't think that building even sold out because of the shitty buildup. It was a damn good show. It was probably the best main roster show of the year.
That's what I said.
How many people know? So that's why I was so tough on it, because I knew these women were gonna deliver. But it's, what are you serving them to deliver? You served them shit. You gave them lemons and they made it lemonade.
They gave them chicken shit and they made it into chicken salad.
But that's the problem with it, is that once you're served, because you're serving the women chicken shit, you're serving us chicken shit. So the women have to go do that because that's their jobs. We don't have to watch that, because if we're not happy with it, fuck it. I'm not watching it.
I understand your mindset, but I had nothing but positivity coming out of the show. That's what it was all about. I may have had negativity going into the show, but I had nothing but positivity coming out of it. Mr. Blacc, what was the number one thing that stood out for you for WWE Evolution, whether that was a match, a moment, or just the overall event?
Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. I didn't feel like I was watching two women. I was watching people just go at it. And I felt that
amazing.
That match wasn't so choreographed that all the other matches were. None of the matches felt choreographed. None of them. Except for the first match, obviously older women, get into shape and thing.
Yeah.
Overall, every match felt that I was watching a brawl, a movie. I just felt that when that, what's that girl's, I forgot the girl's name, the one looked mad rough in the face. When she had that girl really on top.
Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane, yeah.
I'm looking like, dang, that's something that I will probably do to somebody. Like, you felt the roughness. You felt something that you had to look away real quick. You felt the realness. That's why I like those pay-per-view. But that last man standing match, the mannerism, the swagger that Becky had, the swag that Charlotte has, you felt that they wanted to kill each other.
Absolutely. I 100% agree.
Great.
Charlotte versus Becky Lynch, in my eyes, was the greatest women's match that WWE has ever put on.
Mm-hmm.
It topped Bayley versus Sasha, which I was there live for. I have a lot of emotional connection to that match. That match will forever be one of the best matches I've ever seen live, and probably top 2 women's matches I ever seen. Becky versus Charlotte just felt more important, because it was on the main roster. It was at the first ever all women's pay-per-view. And ever since this match, as the top guy JJ says, Becky Lynch has gone to another level. So we've seen that the impact of this match has basically made Becky one of the top women stars in the history of the WWE. So the impact of the match itself being a classic, almost 5 stars, it was just great. It was an amazing match, amazing performance by both women, even though the referee kicked the chair to Becky Lynch, but we won't get into that. But what was your thoughts on that match?
Wow. I mean, to me, that's again why I have this comparison to Stone Cold. To me, this was Becky Lynch's signature match. This was her Bret Austin WrestleMania 13. This was her match. This was it. This is the one that made the people fall in love with her. Now, Stone Cold did not win his match against Bret Hart, but he won the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember watching that.
Becky Lynch not only won the match, but she won the respect of anybody that had eyeballs watching that television set. The way she took it to Charlotte, the way that match was, the storytelling to that match. So, it, like Mr. Blacc said, it literally looked like 2 people that just couldn't stand each other. They went to war. And it was so believable. Like, that was so awesome to watch. The fact that these 2, and give credit to Charlotte too, because if Charlotte wasn't in that match, it wouldn't have felt as important. So the importance of having, at the time, to many people's eyes, the best female wrestler in the entire WWE gets overshadowed by the mystique, the personality, and the athleticism and personality of Becky Lynch.
People was trying to tell me in like 2015, 2016, Sasha Banks the greatest female performer in WWE history. You sound very funny right now, because it's Charlotte Flair. It's Charlotte Flair. It's Charlotte Flair. Bayley, Sasha, Becky. Who else you got to name? Ronda Rousey this Sunday will have her best match on the main roster with Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair may be the greatest woman performer that we've seen in WWE history, and I hate saying that because of you, Romeo. I'm calling you out, Romeo.
Is it safe to say that Charlotte is the Shawn Michaels of women?
No.
Steals the show every time, yes.
No, because Charlotte can only have good matches with certain kind of people.
That's a lie.
Because
I just named different types of women.
These are the top wrestlers. You don't see her have a good match with Mandy Rose.
She doesn't get the verse Mandy Rose, really.
Doesn't matter.
Peyton Royce has had her best match on the main roster with Charlotte Flair.
But certain
Carmella
people,
has had her best match on the main roster with Charlotte. I just named Carmella. Carmella's one of the worst performers.
Did Shawn Michaels?
But by the time,
Shawn Michaels ever get to fight Chuck Palumbo?
Chuck Palumbo, no.
Right.
He elevated Bret Hart. What? No.
He elevated Bret Hart. He elevated
Triple H.
Jericho. He elevated Kurt Angle. He elevated Shawn. He elevated
The Undertaker.
He elevated.
Yes, I agree with y'all. I'm saying that how that.
But your comparison is like way off right now.
I'm just saying that Charlotte does not elevate enough talent when she goes in with them.
But that's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
she does.
You're saying that she doesn't get into the ring with the Mandy Roses and the shit.
She
that
has. I see them getting more. It was just like, oh, okay.
It's a squash match.
Cool.
That's what
no one is doing that with Mandy Rose.
That's what happens.
If you can name someone who's having a better match with Mandy, then yes.
Does not impress me outside of the big top guys.
You're hating on Charlotte.
I'm not hating on him.
You're hating on the Flair.
You see, I've been with you for the first half hour, but you off the rails right now.
I'm just saying.
Shawn
Michaels had a lot better match with a lot more.
Tru Heel Nation would probably.
Yes, Tru Heel Nation, Spotlight Nation. Please talk your trash about Mr. Blacc for having a bad hating on the Flair. He is hating on the Flair.
We gotta wash all this jobber tier shit out of him, man.
Speaking of Shawn Michaels, we also missed WWE Crown Jewel. Yes, WWE Sweet Saudi Money. Where two. Where Shawn Michaels returned in ring in the main event to team with Triple H in probably the most Botchamania-worthy match of 2018. A match which had Kane's mask and wig fall off due to a punch. It had Triple H tore his pectoral muscle. Kane chokeslammed Triple H through a table that had the monitors still intact, and Triple H give Undertaker one of the worst Irish whips into a barricade that you have ever seen. So what were your thoughts on the Brothers of Destruction versus DX at WWE Sweet Saudi Money 2?
It would have been a lot better if it was the Regression era. Like, the car was basically, hey, we take all these stars, make it the Regression era, and put them on here because y'all's probably still watching it to this day. It was like, really, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, all these guys, Bobby Lashley. I'm like, this is a Regression era all over again. And them as the main event, I was watching it like, I guess I don't want to see them wrestle no more. I really do not. Like, yo, you did your thing. Just, you took away time from the young talent that could get this time. So.
But, I mean, we know why they were there.
It's whack. I'm sorry.
We know why they were there.
Listen.
We weren't there for the talent.
I watched it, probably like 10 minutes. I was just like,
yeah. Right. As if anybody that's a wrestling fan.
I mean, it was pretty hard to watch because moments before that, WWE found a way to have a tournament, a World Cup tournament that had no one from the world, had a whole bunch of people from America, first of all. Second of all, it was
two people. You know, you have Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio's from San Diego,
and you got Bobby Lashley, African roots.
I'm just saying,
he's from Colorado.
First of all, let's just hands down the worst event of 2018.
Yes, yes.
Dude, we could ragdoll this whole
Yes,
show.
but we had the World Cup with Lashley, Rey Mysterio, Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, Kurt Angle, The Miz, Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy. And it was won by Shane McMahon. Shane Down Live won the World Cup to become the best in the world.
So how did that make you feel? How did that make you feel?
I didn't think it would get worse than 2017. They found a way to piss me off and I couldn't watch Sweet Saudi Money because I was against the whole pay-per-view in general. So I didn't watch it live. I watched it a couple of days afterwards because I have to watch it for you guys, because if you guys don't...
Here comes the money.
Ching, bling, bling.
You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Ching, bling, bling. Take the dollar, can it damn, so stop it.
The best in the world. That was booked just for you, SP. That was booked just for you.
That was horrible.
I mean, to be honest, he did fail to sell twice. And he did basically got concussed by Roman Reigns.
We need to stop talking about this event.
Sweet Saudi Money 2 was by far the worst pay-per-view of 2018.
Let's go on.
The last thing that we missed in our time away since Tru Heel Heat 19
That shit sucked. Oh my god.
was New Japan Power Struggle.
Terrible.
New Japan Power Struggle was New Japan's last major...
Had a bald head.
He definitely did.
Power Struggle was New Japan's last major show.
Was Mr. Blacc.
He says to move away, to move on, and he keeps talking about it.
Bad. Oh my god. Go ahead, my bad.
Power Struggle was New Japan's last major show of 2018. We had Chris Jericho in the main event against Evil to getting the victory for the Intercontinental Championship. we had Naito defeating Zack Sabre Jr. Naito, after the main event, made the challenge to Chris Jericho, the challenge for Wrestle Kingdom for a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. And of course, we had Ishii versus Suzuki stealing the show in a brutal contest. What did you think about Power Struggle? Or are you still laughing about Sweet Saudi Money?
Shawn Michaels had a bald head, bro.
Listen, we can't do next segment.
Yo, like, dude, Shawn Michaels, he thinks he's cute. He knows I'm Shawn Michaels, I got a bald head.
Miles is just.
Yeah, I think we're going to move on. We're going to go. You put in the comment section what you thought about Power Struggle. This show is going off the rails right now. But we're going to go into our last segment. We're going to go into the predictions and what's next for Survivor Series weekend. Starting off with TakeOver War Games tomorrow night. TakeOver War Games from Los Angeles, from the Staples Center. First of all, we got for the NXT Championship, it's going to be the Velveteen Dream. Gets his first shot at the NXT title as he goes one-on-one with the champion, Tommaso Ciampa. Who you got, Mr. Black?
I got Dream.
You got the Dream?
I gotta go with Black Excellence.
So you think the Dream is finally going to get the big win?
Yeah, because he's black.
See, he's got logic. Logic. Go on, JJ. Who you got?
Oh, man, I'm going to go. I mean, what a right time. I mean, WWE is pulling triggers all over the place.
Yep.
Let's pull that trigger and let's give the Dream the rest of this, WWE dead year a chance to see if he can carry this torch as the champion going into their biggest time of the year. We know Ciampa can do it, so if Velveteen can't do it, just take it off of him by the next TakeOver.
Exactly. Next.
Makes sense. I disagree. I think Tommaso Ciampa is going to be the NXT champion. He's going to get the victory over Velveteen Dream. So next, we got Aleister Black. He's going to go one-on-one with Johnny Gargano. This is the blow-off to who attacked Aleister Black, which was the main mystery on NXT TV. It was Johnny Gargano who attacked him, and now we have an evil Johnny versus Aleister Black. Who you got, Mr. Black?
Johnny wrestling because he needs his W.
I thought you would pick Aleister Black because he's black.
No, Kai. No, it's like picking a white guy.
That was so racist.
It's like picking a guy because a white guy could wear blackface. No, right?
No. Wait, when is Aleister wearing blackface?
Yo, you're getting Mr. Black hot, man.
No.
I don't want to. I've seen how he ends
What the
shows.
man is capable of.
Exactly. I don't want.
He's bloody people.
I don't want to. I don't want to wind up a bloody mess.
Bloody people, man. You better watch.
So you got evil Johnny.
Yeah, I got him.
Who you got? Why are we talking about this again?
I know I'm sexy. I got the look. The drive so cool. Wow, I've got the move.
What is he going? What are we talking about? It's Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano. Can you stay on track? Like, we got the show back on the fucking rails, and now he wants to steer it off. Like,
I'm going Johnny Gargano, but come on, y'all know y'all want to hear that.
Okay.
I got Johnny.
Going
Moving on. Who you got? NXT Women's Championship. 2 out of 3 falls. It's going to be the new champion. 2-time champion. The woman who won it for the second time at WWE Evolution. Shayna Baszler. She's going to go one-on-one with Kairi Sane. 2 out of 3 falls. Who you got, Mr. Black?
I gotta go with Shayna.
Go with Shayna? Shayna with the victory. Who you got, JJ?
I'm going Shayna as well because she's definitely the baddest chick in NXT right now. Kairi Sane is going to give her a hell of a fight. Will probably, honestly, that potentially might be the best match of the night. Mm-hmm. But I'm definitely going Shayna to take it in 3 falls.
This is the blow-off to their rivalry that started in the finals of the Mae Young Classic. They had a great match at WWE Evolution. I say outside of Becky and Charlotte, that was the second best match of the night. We had the debut of the Horsewoman in that match. So I think the Horsewoman get involved again, and Shayna Baszler gets the victory. So our main event is the big one. It is War Games returns once again as it is Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and a returning Bobby Fish versus War Raiders, Hanson Rowe, Pete Dunne, our WWE United Kingdom champion, and the NXT North American champion, Ricochet. Who you got in this one, Mr. Black?
I gotta go with the only black guy in the match. So his team's gonna win too. So that's it.
So Ricochet.
Yes.
I mean, his opinions are really solid.
I will say he's got logic and reason behind all of his opinions, and
Come on, man. A bunch of white guys being on like one, minority guy. Come on, man. Like Ricochet gotta win this one.
I mean-
and besides that, he's kind of like the face of America now. So
that's true. North America.
So-
So also Canada.
Canada, so he's whole face of North America.
Yeah.
And like he looks like everybody from North America, from Canada, Mexico, America. So
He looks like a blend of all of them.
yeah, so like he gotta win.
Makes sense. I will say you do have logic behind everything you're saying, and you have a reason. So I have to say that is a good choice. Who you got, JJ?
But I'm going off the rails.
No, you're not. You're
going-
definitely off the
I'm
rip.
going off the rails.
With Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano, and you play Shawn Michaels music.
going-
Don't start with me. Just pick.
I'm going off
Just
the rails.
pick.
Just
Just pick. God damn it. My
Who
God.
won War Games last year?
The Undisputed Era.
Yeah, that's real.
So this is their shit. This is their match. The Undisputed Era will win this match. Bottom line, Undisputed Era wins this match. Adam Cole will be a two-time MVP of this match because he was an MVP last year.
No, he wasn't. The MVP last year was
give me
Killian.
started.
The
Killian
MVP
Dane.
was Killian Dane. Yes, he
Killian Dane
was.
a great runner-up.
Yes, he was.
Killian
He was
Dane
the
was a great
he was the
runner-up.
MVP last year.
Yeah,
This
you
year,
wanna trigger me?
this year it's gonna be
Yeah,
Hanson.
keep going.
Hanson from
going.
the War
Keep going with
Raiders,
your shit.
or Ricochet. Ricochet's gonna
Keep
do.
going with your
He's
shit.
gonna do a spot off
Ricochet's
the War
gonna
Games.
barely be in this match. Watch.
He's always hating on black accent. He's always hating
Nope.
on black people.
Nope.
First it was women, now it's black people.
I call-
And then he tried to call me out. Yeah, whatever. So I'm going to go with black excellence as well. I'm going to go with Ricochet because we all know that JJ doesn't like women. He doesn't like black people. So I'm going with Ricochet because JJ did it.
I'm surprised that you and Dirty Dick Leo's not friends. You don't like black people either.
Okay, so if you listening to him, we're already about to resurrect the problems that we had at Jabba Slam 1. Because he likes to, what this little son of a bitch likes to do over here is stir pots. He stirs pots. He actually has a meme of him stirring a pot.
He actually does.
Literally has a meme of him stirring a pot. So you're gonna go ahead and listen to him talking about I don't like black people when they're. Listen, I'm not even. Why am I even explaining myself? Fuck him. Moving on.
Survivor Series is this Sunday. Oh, God.
I know I'm sexy. I got the looks that drives the gold.
And I think y'all understand why I do this, right?
I set you up and down. That's fine. I'm just a sexy woman.
All right, Survivor Series is this Sunday. You guys in the New York City, New Jersey area, come check us out at Legends NYC, as well as Love Story, the two hottest viewing parties to see Survivor Series this Sunday. There's one in Brooklyn, one in Manhattan, Legends on 33rd Street, Love Story in Bushwick, so you could come out and join all the Tru Heels and the Jobbers at those two parties. But Survivor Series card is stacked. Raw versus SmackDown throughout this whole entire card, except for one match, which is gonna steal the goddamn show with the best kept secret of the WWE for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. It's gonna be the Cruiserweight Champion Buddy Murphy going one-on-one with probably the most underrated performer in all of WWE, Mustafa Ali. Who you got, top guy JJ, in this one?
I'm definitely gonna just go with, because I feel like each time Mustafa is like right there. He's like right there. He's like on the cusp. He's been on the cusp for a long time now. He came out as Sub-Zero and failed. I don't see him beating the best kept secret in WWE right now. I see Buddy Murphy retain.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we're all across the board on that one. Buddy Murphy gets the victory over Mustafa Ali. So we got to get into Raw versus SmackDown. It's going to be 10 on 10. 5 teams versus 5 teams in probably one of the worst matches I've ever seen in Survivor Series history. So we have Team Raw, captained by Chad Gable and Bobby Roode.
Wow.
They're going to be teaming with...
They're not even a team.
They're going to be teaming with The Ascension, as well as the Lucha House Party, as well as the Revival and the B team, and they're going to be versing Team SmackDown, which is going to be captained by the Usos, who are going to be teaming with the the New Day, the Colognes, the Club, and Sanity. So who you got in this one? Team SmackDown versus Team Raw. You can tell by JJ's face, he's very excited for this match.
I gotta keep the same energy, so yeah.
Who you got?
I gotta pick the black people.
Team SmackDown it is. Absolutely. Who you got, JJ?
I hope they both lose. This is literally the worst book match I've ever seen in my life.
You got to pick one.
I mean, I'm gonna go with the promo that the Usos cut. Welcome to SmackDown Penitentiary.
That was kind of hot.
It was.
I'm picking SmackDown definitely on this match.
Okay.
I'm going with SmackDown as well. I'll go with the black people, as Mr. Black said.
Just move on.
Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. This is the women's elimination match. It's going to be Team Raw, who is captained by Alexa Bliss, who's not going to be performing due to her concussion. She's been dealing with that. So best wishes to Alexa Bliss. But on the team, we got Natalya, Mickie James, Nia Jax, Tamina, and Ruby Riott. They're going to be versing Team SmackDown, which is going to be Naomi, Sonya Deville, Asuka, Carmella, and someone to be announced. And who you guys, I would love for you guys to post in the comment section, especially our YouTube channel. Put in the comment section who you think is going to be that mystery partner for Team SmackDown women. But who you got in this one? Team SmackDown, Team Raw.
Come on, man. Like, you know my answer, man. Like,
Black
Wait,
folks.
but black people
On both
sides.
teams.
no. Naomi, the true black queen, all right? All right?
All right, but you got to make that a little clear because there's multiple black people in this match.
Nia Jax is Samoan.
No, Samoan. They're two Samoan. They're like soda black people. They're like, hybrid of black people.
Why are you Tiger Woods in them?
No.
He said soda black people.
Why you Tiger Woods
Hybrid
in
of
them?
black people, but not.
Why you
Naomi's the
Tiger
true
Woods in
collard
them?
greens black people.
Yo,
So I gotta go with her.
he's Tiger Woods in them.
He's-
But she's dark skinned too. So
He said collard greens black people.
I gotta go to dark skinned nation. So I keep the same energy.
Who you got? Who you got, JJ?
So the person that I think is going to be the fifth person, I think is going to be crazy ass Nikki Cross.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Nikki Cross is going to be the fifth member of SmackDown, which is going to lead to SmackDown winning this women's match. I'm picking SmackDown to win this match as well.
Okay. I'm going to go with Team Raw.
Yo, this Raw team is like the worst constructed team ever. Like, how do you have a whole Raw team without Banks or Bayley on it?
Team Raw because they have... She injures most girls because they're like plastic little princesses. And she's going to be the sole survivor. Nia Jax. So, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, the men's elimination match. We got team captain on Raw is the Constable, the acting general manager, Baron Corbin, who's not going to be performing on the team. But you got Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, Finn Balor, and Bobby Lashley, who's going to be versing Team SmackDown, captained by The Miz, who's going to be with Shane McMahon, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, and Rey Mysterio. Who you got in this one?
This one I'm gonna go with Team Raw. I'm going Team Raw in this match. The team just looks like a better unit than the SmackDown team. I think Ziggler and McIntyre is gonna do a lot of damage together. SmackDown just looks like a bunch of people just put together. So I'm definitely going with Team SmackDown. I think SmackDown is just gonna cost each other spots.
I can see
Or
that.
Team Raw in this match.
Who you got?
You go to the next one, please.
Bobby Lashley?
Come on.
Happens to be Team Raw.
Team Raw. Yes, I think we'll go with Team Raw across the board on this one. We got Raw versus SmackDown, the tag team champions. We got Raw tag team champions. The Authors of Pain with Drake Maverick versus SmackDown tag team champions, The Bar with The Big Show. Who you got in this one, JJ?
I want to hear Black's pick on this one.
Come on, man. I gotta be biased too this one. I gotta go with the darker people, man.
That's why I wanted to hear his pick. That's why I wanted to hear it.
The Authors of Pain are darker. That is correct. That is correct.
They're not black.
They're darker. They're darker.
They've been in the tanning booth a little longer.
I'll go with the Authors of Pain as well. So who you got, JJ?
I'm going to go with the Bar. I'm going to go with
The
the bar
Bar.
with the Big Show playing a major role in this match, costing AOP the win.
All right, we got Raw versus SmackDown. The mid-card champions. We got Seth Rollins, the Intercontinental Champion, versus the United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. Who you got in this one?
Going out on a limb right now and saying this will be the match of the weekend.
Yeah.
This is the match I'm looking forward to on this entire card. This one here, besides the main event, I didn't even know who to pick on this one, but I am gonna go. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go with Nakamura because Ambrose is definitely costing Seth Rollins this match.
For sure. Yes, I'm going with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Great match until Ambrose costs him it.
I'm going with Shinsuke Nakamura because of that reason exactly.
This is actually like a logical reason this time.
Yeah.
Shinsuke, because kind of need a W.
And he needs it, yeah. This is true. And from certain angles, he is the darker of the two as well.
Has Shinsuke been the worst United States champion of all time?
No, there's been a line of shitty U.S. champions for a while now. And Dean Ambrose still got that spot from about like 4 years ago.
I'm just asking because I don't even know this title reign.
So we got the double main events. First, the women. The WrestleMania main event come early as it will be SmackDown's own, the Queen, Charlotte Flair, who will verse UFC Hall of Famer, our Lord and Savior, the reigning, defending, undisputed Raw Women's Champion, Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
There's a pick right there. That's the pick right there. Like that, we never even have to.
Yeah, we don't know that. Yeah, you can pick. Go ahead.
Neither one of them have color.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard choice. They're both blonde.
They both need the tan and both.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I like when white women destroy each other. So I gotta go with
This is a hard pick.
I gotta go with Ronda.
He really doesn't know which white chick to pick.
Yeah. I gotta go with Ronda because it's a nice build up so Becky can get mad at Charlotte, said that you can't get the job done and have to beat her at WrestleMania. Good build up.
That's true. And you hate Charlotte, so this works. And then finally, our main event. The two biggest stars, the two big champions in the WWE. As it's going to be Top Guy JJ's favorite WWE superstar. The
reigning, defending, undisputed, universal, heavyweight champion, Brock Lesnar.
It really loses its thunder when you just did it for Ronda.
No, I don't care.
Versus the WWE champion, Tru Heel Daniel Bryan.
The Dragon.
Who do you got, guys, in this one?
I don't have to answer this question.
Come on, man.
I don't have to answer this question either.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that Tru Heel Bryan gets the victory. Daniel Bryan defeats Brock Lesnar this Sunday at Survivor Series.
They just rewarded him with the WWE title. You think he's going to get a win on Brock?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Low blow.
Huh.
Brock Lesnar had steel in there.
Low blow, and Daniel Bryan gets the victory, giving SmackDown the victory at Survivor Series. So, that is the Survivor Series weekend. That is the two big cards. What are you guys looking forward to the most out of the two big cards for this weekend?
Come on, man. Like, why ask these dumb questions, man? Like, you know the answer to them, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man. We want him back, man. You can't be asking.
I mean, I apologize.
Do we ever look forward for an event after NXT takeovers? No.
This is also true. Also very true. Also very true.
I really am looking forward to this Rollins Nakamura match, though.
That's it.
Like, it's a part of that card. It's a part of Survivor Series.
I mean, I actually got to.
You're going to be at Legends watching the event. You fucking fronter.
I
know you're gonna be watching it.
It's kind of my job, so.
I'm be fronting.
Come on, man.
Well, we want to thank Mr. Blacc for coming on Tru Heel Heat. We appreciate you coming on. And of course, you guys in the New York City area or all surrounding areas, New Jersey, Connecticut, come check out Legends tomorrow night for NXT TakeOver War Games. We're going to be viewing the party. I'll be there live as well as the top guy, JJ. And of course, Mr. Blacc will be there. The after party, Jobber Slam 2, will be main evented by our good friend Tru Heel Blacc.
Down.
Tru Heel Blacc
Goes down.
goes one-on-one with Sir Wilkins and your favorite host, SP3, the phenomenal phenom, will be the special guest referee. So, we want all of you guys to check out the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Our videos up on there. We want to get to 200 subscribers before the end of the year. So we need your help from the Pro Wrestling Spotlight, from the Tru Heels group page. Go on there, push that subscribe button. Check out our interviews with Ariel Monroe as well as Jimmy Havoc from Battle Club Pro. Of course, if you haven't already, join the Tru Heels group page on Facebook, TRU space HEELS. And of course, join the Spotlight, the Pro Wrestling Spotlight. Like and share both pages, Pro Wrestling Spotlight as well as The Spotlight. On Instagram, where can they follow you, Top Guy JJ?
At Tru Heel _ Top Guy JJ.
Mr. Blacc.
_ Mr. Blacc. Of course, you can follow my podcast at Jobber Tears Podcast on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter at Jobber Tears. Follow us on Facebook, the Jobber Tears Podcast, and of course, subscribe to us on YouTube at the Jobber Tears Podcast.
And once again, you can follow us on the Twitter machine at Tru Heel Heat and go on ProWrestlingTees.com/Tru Heels to get your Tru Heels t-shirt. Of course, Top Guy JJ's own True Effin' Heels because he's the one with no filter, so he created that one.
Facts of fucking life.
So, for Tru Heel Heat 20, SP3, Top Guy JJ, Mr. Blacc, we are out and we will see you on Tru Heel Heat 21.